Tell me, who's the one you want more than anything?
Manson.
I'll get you Manson.
Season 1 really like focused on you guys sort of like investigating like how you catch serial killers. And this season is like kind of a departure from that, where we're actually going to meet some of these more famous serial killers. So like, what has that been kind of like?
Yeah, that's true. I feel like it's a combination of meeting the superstars, so the Berkowitz and the Mansons. It's sort of like the top tier, certainly for Holden as a sycophant of serial killers. That's exciting. And in addition to that, getting to actually do the work on the field and try and actually catch a killer via the Atlanta child murders was a fun sort of change up for the second season.
What about you? Did you like the switch going into the more famous ones like Manson and that kind of stuff? Did you enjoy it more?
You know, we were very fortunate in that we just got tremendous performances from the actors who played the killers this season. We did last season also, but this season we hired the prosthetic makeup team that did Gary Oldman as Winston Churchill. So both the actor who plays Charles Manson and the actor who plays David Berkowitz, they do a 6-hour prosthetic makeup before they show up on the set. So when they walk through the door, they look exactly like the character. And then we also benefited from having, you know, super talented guys in those parts. I think those scenes are going to be among the most memorable of the entire season.
Yeah, with the anniversaries, I feel like Damien's like making a job out of being Charles Manson, because he's also in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and to hear that you guys are putting makeup on him to make him even more like him, because he already does. So what do you think about him, what he adds to this season?
Oh, he's a phenomenal actor. Torv actually knew him from before, right?
Yeah.
From Australia.
Yeah.
I remember you saying like, "Oh my God, you're gonna love working with this guy," because you'd seen him on stage, or
No, we've worked together before,
Yeah.
and then I knew that he was going in, and I was like, dang, this guy's coming in, just so you know.
he's a beast. And I feel like they also do a good job in the writing of the scene,
Because
because
that's what I
Yeah.
what I think too, is that you know that the Manson's coming in. This is just from an observer, because I'm not in those scenes. You know that it's coming in, and you expect it to be this big flashy kind of thing, and it's not. It's so poignant. Like, I'm not giving anything away, but
Yeah.
it's so poignant. It's so personal, and what's so beautiful is even with Manson in the room, your heart is with our guys. You know, truly.
Now, Manson was
From-
nothing if not a tremendously charismatic, almost hypnotic kind of personality. And that's what Damon Herriman really captures. You know, he did a tremendous amount of research and preparation. And although actors have played Manson in the past, no one's ever played it better than Damon Herriman on Mindhunter.
Have you guys seen him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood yet?
We have.
Oh, you have?
I have, yes. And, you know, although I enjoyed the film, I was only, you know, a little disappointed that there wasn't more of Damon. You know, it's a small part in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but he certainly makes up for it on Mindhunter.
I was going to say, we can go ahead and say it. This Charles Manson is better. It's okay. It's between us here. Like, we're totally good.
True.
But this is like kind of the trend, like right now. We're seeing so many true crime stories, and like everyone is obsessed with it, from like stuff on Netflix like Wild Wild Country and the Keepers.
I feel like that you're saying it, it's true. There's almost a tendency to sensationalize the serial killer, and even like with the Manson or the Berkowitz this season, I feel like what the writers on Mindhunter do a good job of doing, for example, even in the Manson scene. So you have Manson obviously coming in to do his performance, but then you have these two different perspectives of a person who's an obsessed fan, like someone that's obsessed, and then you have the flip side of it, someone that's sort of judgmental and not seeing that person as a celebrity, and not interested in seeing that person as a celebrity. And even before we start the interview, you have Dr. Wendy Carr's perspective saying he's not a serial killer, so why are we interviewing him? So I think that Mindhunter does a good job of living in that territory, but giving you so many different perspectives and trains of thought, and not sort of sensationalizing the serial killer.
And that's what I really loved in season 1, because when your character came in, I feel like that's when it became the show. Like at the very beginning, it was just kind of you guys going at it and kind of watching your journey. But like when you came, I was like, oh, this is the show. Like, this is what I'm obsessed with from season 1. But when David came back in season 2, can you talk about what he was looking to like bring to season 2 and like tell people like, this is what I want people to see?
I think it's totally different than season 1. I mean, in my opinion, I feel like it is still the same show and still the same characters and still the same subject matter, but I think that cleverly David did not repeat the same thing from season 1, which I think is the temptation when you have a successful first season. It goes in completely unexpected journeys.
Everyone's favorite, Ed Kemper, was amazing. What can people expect from season 2 and Ed Kemper? Keep it, little tease.
You know, without revealing too much, Cameron Britton makes a triumphant return.
He's in the trailer, so I'm not giving anything away.
Yeah. I mean, I think that this is one of the things that we're tremendously fortunate about on Mindhunter, is that we've just had superb performances from the actors playing these serial killers. And Cameron is certainly, one of the best, but, we mentioned Damon Harriman, and there are other guys who you will meet this season whom I'm not at liberty to divulge who they are, but some really, really interesting, terrific performances.
Excellent. All right, so I'm going to go a little tinfoil hat from last question. Fans think that Holden has either killed someone or is going to kill someone. This is like a whole Reddit thread. So do you buy into this theory, everyone, really quickly?
I don't think Holden's killed somebody.
Do you think he will kill somebody?
I think Bill may kill Holden, It's certainly possible. I haven't ruled it out.
Yeah.
I can't do it, though, without permission.
I have to ask you then.
I'm not at liberty to say.
Oh!